League Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. First pitch moments away. Our starting pitcher in this one, Kodai Senga. What do you have on him, Singy?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
George Springer, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Swings through the sweeper.
1-1.
That's in there. 1-2.
1-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
One out, bases empty.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And ball one.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Misses. And the count is even, 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Anthony Santander stands in now and watches strike one. Senga checks on first. Bichette dive back in. Next offering is fouled back. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, pretty big contrast in that at bat. First couple of pitches down in the zone, and those are competitive pitches, so you have to respect it as a hitter. And then with 2 strikes, ran that fastball by him up high, and there was just no catching up.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Vladdy needs just 1 hit to reach 200 for the season.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident, and there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Just missed. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. That one ripped. Nimmo going back on it. This one's going to carry, and it's gone. He jacks that one out to left. The Blue Jays on the board first. It's 2-0.
Man, he looks like his dad out there hitting home runs. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Two outs, nobody on. Now a chance for Will Wagner. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No
He's given
ball.
up a couple
One
of
strike.
runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. The Jays get a pair on this homer, and it's 2-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back in the Bronx, and getting to start, Kevin Gossman.
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
We go to the bottom of the first. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Gausman, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker.
Ball, no.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Ball 3.
Fastball for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
That one
Ball
misses,
4. Take your
so a
base.
leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And now it's Juan Soto. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. On the warning track, and hauls it in. Here's a Mets lineup now. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one is gone. He circles the bases, and it ties it up. It's 2-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Here's Pete Alonso. Big-time power. Way upstairs. And that's ball 1. And the right-hander deals.
Ball.
No question question about this one. It's out of here. They go back-to-back, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 3-2.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at-bat to give your team the lead. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, dude. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is inside.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. Sets the tone for the rest of the game.
One down, base is empty. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. And you know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
One out, runner at second. Here's Jesse Winker. Clips the corner, strike one. Nimmo, the runner at second with one away.
Ball.
Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Breaking ball inside. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's down and in. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Nimmo around third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 4-2. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
And that's through there for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
1 ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Man at first, 1 away. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And here is Francisco Alvarez. And that is out of play. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Kirk throws to first in time. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 4-2. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back in the Bronx, second inning set to go. And now Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Senga back to work.
Ball.
Outside low. And that is ball 1.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
That one lifted to left. Nimmo makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Andres Jimenez. Jimenez, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And he can't come up with it.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And the sweeper misses.
1 ball.
This might be
no
a steal
strike.
situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Senga over to first. Jimenez back in on a dive. High fly ball, shallow right field. Soto makes the grab for the second out. And now the center fielder, Nathan Lucas. And a foul ball. Right through there for a strike. Jimenez off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Mets 4 and the Blue Jays 2. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we head to the bottom of the second, and now here's Jeff McNeil. And first offering is fouled off. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be. It's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
The throw to second is offline.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. The walk and a run scored his first time. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland, and a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender. Next offering is fouled back. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Juan Soto now. Fly to center his first time. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
One out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. McNeil up to third on the wild pitch.
He just hasn't had it in this one. Been fighting himself out there, and that's just another example of it. We'll see if he can find it at all while he's still out there.
Runner on at third, one gone. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Lucas, long run, snags it on the run, and there's 2 away.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field, someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
And now it's Mark Vientos. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there, and that is strike one.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And now 2-1. Runner at third, 2 away. That one fouled off, 2-2. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Well done, drives in the run. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
2 outs, runner at first. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Handles, throws to first, and that takes care of Alonso. That's out number 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's 5-2. Back after this on the show. Back here in New York, and now the right fielder, George Springer. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1-2.
And a swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty.
2. No ball. 2 strikes.
And that one way outside. And it's 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Not close with that one, and that's ball 3.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And a payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. This one in the air, center field. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Foul ball there. 2 outs, base is empty. That one outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That missed by a lot, and it's 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail at 5-2. Back now in the Bronx. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Swing and a grounder, foul first base side. And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
So now the DH spot, Jesse Winker. RBI single his last time up. That's in for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
All over that one right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. His first at bat was a strikeout. Outside low, ball one. Winker leads off second with one gone in the inning. And that's outside. Now 2-0. Man at second.
Yep.
Movement in the bullpen. Yariel Rodriguez getting ready to go. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Way back there. And that is gone. A laser to left. And they add on. It's 7-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Kevin Gausman makes way, and a home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. Yariel Rodriguez will take over here.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Francisco Alvarez will hit next. Just missed. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike three.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with two strikes.
Inside.
McNeil stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Next one off the plate inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two outs. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's Francisco Lindor. He is struck out and he is walked. Check swing and he went. That's strike one.
0-1. One.
In the dirt. The 1-1. And that one fouled off. 2 runs across in the inning here in the last half of the third. Got it. And that is that. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. It's 7-2. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Well,
these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Pitch in the dirt. Going to count 1-2. Stays alive. One, two now. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That one missed.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Wagner in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game, and before that game in the clubhouse there was a gentleman.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second, and he's got it doubled.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
1 out. Runner at second. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. That one way inside. This to third. Vientos whips it to first. And there are 2 outs. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So 1 hit is all they get to the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Mets 7 and the Blue Jays 2. Back at Yankee Stadium, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Juan Soto. First pitch misses.
I thought this was a
One
fun
ball,
note on
no
Soto.
strike.
In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters
Yeah.
where Soto plays. He's going to hit home
One
runs
ball, one
everywhere he
strike.
goes. For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play. 1 down, base is empty. Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Slider for a strike. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Clement in position. He makes the grab. 2 down. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one hammered but pulled foul. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Vientos off of first with 2 away. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Mets strand 1, but they're still on top 7-2. Back at Yankee Stadium. Now here is Ernie Clement.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher. Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
In there at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cut on and missed, struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. And now Nathan Lucas struck out swinging his first time. Lucas goes 5 feet 11 inches, 30 years old now, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center. Just
that's
missed.
the ball.
Some guys love to make that adjustment from a corner spot to center field because in center you get the best view of the ball game. You're looking straight in at the hitter's area. On the corners, you're blocked a little bit.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
So the batting order turns over. Here's George Springer. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
Man at second. That's through there for a strike. Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. Strike one.
No balls. 1 strike.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 2 in this one. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
Runner at second, 2 down. And that one wrapped foul. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 7-3. Back in New York, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. Rodriguez back to work. That clips a corner.
Well, these Mets, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Kirk makes the catch. 1 down. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
No ball. 1 strike.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
The 1-1.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
ground ball
That's
right
foul.
side, and that's just foul. Very
2-2.
high with that one, and it's 2-2. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Now the 0-1. Swings through that one.
I think he was sitting off
0-2.
speed there.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Kirk to first in
Out.
time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
Right through there for a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nimmo. He's got it. One away. So now here's the DH, Will Wagner. That one ripped right center field. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Kodai Senga out of the game. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. Dedniel Nunez on to pitch out of the pen here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
One out, runner at second. Now it's going to be Alejandro Kirk. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Wagner over at second, one down. And that drops in for a strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
That one misses. Now 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Next offering way off the plate. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And a breaking ball misses outside. Up the middle. And that's a base hit. Wagner around third. Here's the throw to the plate. The tag, and he's safe. It's 7-4.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
So up next, Andres Jimenez. And ball one. Pitch misses outside. 2-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jose Butto up and loosening in the pen. Minter also throwing. Next pitch is outside. And that drops in for a strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
Full count.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Touches the bag for 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 7-4. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. That one finds the corner, and that's strike 1. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Nick Sandlin preparing to come on if needed. That one pushed to the left and foul. That missed inside. And a count 1-2. And there's a ball.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Back to the top of the lineup. Next to hit, Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Backed off the plate that time. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fastball is outside.
2 balls. 2
8th
strikes.
pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that just misses.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And there's a foul ball. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
He was really trying to
No
stay
ball,
back for something
2
off
strikes.
speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Swings and misses. Strike
No
one.
ball. 1 strike.
Two outs. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here's a big power threat. Pete Alonso. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two on, 2 outs. That one misses, and it's 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's
One
got
ball,
such a
2
good
strikes.
sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
High fly ball, right field. Springer nabs it, and that is that. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 7, the Jays 4. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Butto. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. The Blue Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And that
1-1.
skips in the dirt. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Good job to fight that one off. Next
That's
one
the ball.
misses, and the count is 2-2.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Throw to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So up next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. That misses. 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls. 1 strike.
Swings through that one above the zone.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
balls,
got
2
good
strikes.
numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. The throw into second. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
1 out, runner at second. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Fouled off down the right side. Lucas, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Soto makes the grab and there's 2 gone. Bo Bichette now at the plate.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
On the corner for a strike. 0-1. And a slider misses down and away. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush.
Now, biggest concern other than injury after a moment like that is just how the pitcher will respond. You know, sometimes a guy will lose confidence in a pitch when he's hit somebody.
Santander in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Up and in, and the count is 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The tying run at the plate. This is again 5 in a row. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Fastball for a strike.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss. 3rd out.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brendan Little.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Off the plate.
Now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
3-1.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. So a man at first. And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Nobody out. Runner at first. And he dodges that fastball. High chopper to third. Clement. Good feed. That's one. Relay to first. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. And a curve is down and in. That one pushed foul. Two down, nobody on. Hit on the ground to the right side. Jimenez throw to first. That ends the inning. Mets go down quickly. They hold a 7-4 lead. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. A.J. Minter. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. And that's a strike.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
And first offering is fouled off. Minter, a 6-foot lefty, 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2015. Missed with a changeup, and 1-1. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Alvarez collects, fires to first, out on the drop third strike, 2 gone.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Kirk in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
0-2.
Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Down in order go the Blue Jays. And they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Nick Sandlin.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now Francisco Alvarez. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. In the air, right field. And George makes the grab.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Jeff McNeil stands in. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that misses. And the count even 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Tommy Nance, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Swanson getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Misses off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2.
Good eye right there.
Full count.
Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to Guerrero. Got the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one. And he swings through that one.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Two outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Edwin Diaz.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And the batter now, Andres Jimenez. 1 for 3. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. It gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And that one ripped to left. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Fought off foul. Man at second.
Ball, no.
Diaz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. The 1-1. Just missed.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Strike.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the top of the ninth. And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Here's the center fielder, Nathan Lucas. That one missed. And that drops in for a strike. And that's a little bit high. And a count 2-1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never had a chance.
Into the outfield, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Really important at bat coming up now.
And the batter is George Springer. A little bit high. Ball one. Jimenez, the runner at third. Lucas at first. One gone. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Tying run at the plate. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That misses, and that's ball 3.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Runners are at the corners, one away.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays have just one out left here.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Edwin Diaz is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Danny Young. One out left for the Blue Jays. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Swings through that one for strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
No.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Young is just 1 strike away. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And there it is.
Well, this was a total team effort using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.